10 Most Shocking Auditions. Over the years, we've seen a fair few auditions on the likes of Got Talent. Some more interesting than others. Some acts are straight up amazing, some leave a lot to be desired, and others were pegged to fail before they even started. But more fool us. Let's take a look at 10 of the most shocking auditions. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos about your favorite movies and TV shows. Number 10. Dylan Bird. When kids turn up on the Britain's Got Talent stage, it can be hit or miss. Some of them try their best but fail to impress, while others just give off the impression that they can't possibly pull off what they said they can. When 16-year-old Dylan Bird turned up to audition for the judges of BGT in 2015, he didn't exactly look like the quintessential dancer. The happy-go-lucky Irish lad went down a storm with Simon, Amanda, and David as he took them all by surprise and bust some serious moves to Bang Bang. Unfortunately, Alicia wasn't impressed and hit her red buzzer. But frankly, it didn't matter about her sour grapes. The audience loved David's dance routine and gave him a standing ovation, and he was ushered through to the next round with 3 yeses. Not bad for a kid who never left his home country before. Number 9. LUCA CALO. 23-year-old bartender LUCA CALO strutted onto the BGT stage wearing a baseball jersey, skin-tight jeans, and black high-heeled boots. The smiling European told judges that he simply wanted to make people happy, and had always wanted to be part of the entertainment industry. Unfortunately, when LUCA started singing, he couldn't carry a tune as well as he could pour a pint. His rendition of Christina Aguilera's Beautiful didn't strike the right chord with the judges. Simon, Alicia, and Amanda all hit their red buzzers within a few seconds of his performance, but David held off. And lucky he did. In no time at all, LUCA's shrill singing stopped, and he started getting on down to Sean Paul, doing things in high heels that some strippers can't. He finished off his routine with the splits. Alicia and Amanda recounted their buzzers, but Simon wasn't sold. LUCA sailed through to the next round, cementing his place in the Audition Hall of Fame.
But definitely the singing will stay as part of the act.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Number 8. Travis Pratt. When Travis Pratt showed up to America's Got Talent at the insistence of his girlfriend, he looked like he was about to bust out an R&B number. The mild-mannered Georgia native took to the stage to try and make his dream a reality, but what came out of his mouth floored judges. The 32-year-old musician busted out an incredible classical number with a range that was out of this world. Seriously, some of those high notes could have broken glass. Not only did Pratt teach us not to judge a book by its cover, but the judges loved his performance and gave him a standing ovation along with the audience. Howard called Pratt's auditions the most outrageous that he'd ever seen, going as far to call him a freak, but in a good way. The judges brought his girlfriend to the stage and applauded her, but then things got even crazier when Pratt got down on one knee and proposed to his partner of 5 years. She said yes. Wouldn't you? Number 7. Special Head. Take a walk around any busy city on any given day and it's likely you'll come across at least one street performer. Some sing, some play instruments, some dance, and then there's those like Special Head. This 2013 America's Got Talent audition started out pretty weird, with a guy with a strange name dressed in robes. In the VT before his performance, Special Head expressed his worry that the preparation before his act might put judges off and cause them to hit the red buzzer before the big payoff. He wasn't wrong. As the monk-like man sat down on a rug and started chanting, the judges weren't having it. Then, all of a sudden, Special Head got to his feet and appeared to levitate while holding onto a staff. Sure, it was probably a sideshow trick of some sort, but the shock factor paid off and impressed the judges. The performer ended his act with an impressive puff of smoke and got an apology from Howard for hitting his buzzer prematurely. Mel called the act out of this world, and Special Head got 4 special yeses.
Like I feel, baby. Oh, come on.
Number 6. Louis Codling. When well-spoken Louis Codling wandered onto the stage of BGT in 2015, he looked a little bit like a lamb caught in headlights. Albeit an extremely good-looking lamb in the headlights that could be a model. He politely told the judges that he would be singing for them today, and broke into a rendition of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. His impressive singing voice seemed to be going down a treat, but his a cappella got abruptly shut off when his microphone malfunctioned. Several crew members then ran on stage to fix the issue, while the judges looked annoyed at the unprofessionalism. However, their jaws dropped when the crew turned out to be dancers in on the act. Louis and his band of merry men stripped as he sang a version of Bruno Mars's Runaway Baby. David particularly liked the 2 shirtless men that came up to the judging panel, while Simon sat there quite perplexed. It wasn't what anyone was expecting, but it was definitely a welcome change from performing dogs. Number 5. Jessie McParland. Sometimes great things come in surprisingly small packages. Little Jessie McParland traveled from Ireland with her dad to show the judges what she's got. The small blonde cutie started out as an Irish dancer, but soon got bored of that by the time she was 3. Instead, Jessie opted for something different. Some may say, cutting edge. The panel were took by how sweet the 9-year-old was, but were blown away by her routine, which involved sword fighting and backflips a la Jackie Chan. Though she be but little, she was fierce. The talented Tot gave Karate Kid a run for his money, with an aggressively gripping performance that wowed the audience. Simon joked about making her his bodyguard, while the rest of the judges could barely pick their jaws off the floor long enough to stutter out their yeses. Jessie's performance is still being talked about 3 years on. Now that's the mark of a true star. Number 4. Old Men Grooving. The name of the act doesn't exactly sound the most promising, and considering they literally looks like old men that worked in IT, we were sure it was going to be one of those acts that was destined to be laughed at forever, and not in the good way. When the performance started, the group got an eye roll from Simon as they began an old-fashioned shuffle. Then, suddenly, the magic happened, and the sweater-wearing troupe turned into something entirely different. They busted out their best breakdancing moves, making shapes that teenagers couldn't match. The melody saw them dance to James Brown and much more. Old Men Grooving did so well that they won over the judges and the voting public, who saw them through to the grand finale. Unfortunately, they were piped to the post and just lost out at a place in the top 3 coming fourth. Not bad for a bunch of middle-aged men in shirts though. Like David said, they made dad dancing cool again.
Used and wasted.
Susan Boyle and Shocking Auditions go together like peanut butter and jelly. The eccentric Scottish lady appeared on BGT in 2009 with her wild hair and quirky personality. Dressed in an old-fashioned getup and playfully flirting with Simon, Susan looked like she was going to tank spectacularly and leave us all wondering why her family didn't stop her from making a public show of herself. We couldn't have been more wrong. Piers Morgan was already laughing before Boyle opened her mouth, but when she started performing, it was an entirely different story that wiped the smugness from his face. Her version of I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables brought judges and the audience to tears. Of course, she went on to place second in the series, losing out to the dance troupe Diversity. The songstress is now reportedly worth $33 million. That's the same as Kourtney Kardashian, but still lives a low-key life. In 2014, she even applied for a minimum wage job as a cashier. That's just how she rolls. Number 2. Ray Jessel. Ray Jessel was the kind of guy that you'd want to be your grandpa. The 84-year-old pint-sized act came onto the stage and immediately struck up a rapport with the judges, but no one quite knew what to expect. As he made his way behind the keyboard and took his sweet time setting things up, he truly seemed like just a lovable old guy and not much more. What started out as a simple love song soon took a hilarious turn when Jessel started describing how although this girl had everything, she had a lot more than he bargained for.
She's got the tuck, she's got that zing, there's just one thing, she's got a penis.
The judges thought he was hilarious, and the unexpected nature of his musical comedy act really wooed the entire audience, too. Despite gaining 4 yeses, Ray didn't appear on the show again, possibly due to ailing health. And quite unbeknown to the judges, Jessel had a long history with musical theater, having written musicals and sketches for a number of programs, including The Dean Martin Show. Sadly, Ray passed away the following year. Number 1. PADDY and NICO. When it comes to dancing, these shows have seen just about everything there is to offer, so if that's your act, you better bring something new to the table. PADDY decided to give it a whirl alongside her partner NICO, coming to the stage in all her finery. The 80-year-old started out with an easygoing number and frankly, looked pretty feeble. However, the music switched up and the tempo increased, and so did PADDY. NICO was throwing her this way and that as she danced Latin at the speed Sonic the Hedgehog would be proud of. And don't even get us started on the lifts. Seriously, that woman can dance. The judges were more impressed than anyone and were falling over themselves in awe. The pair were rewarded with rapturous applause and even got Amanda's 2017 Golden Buzzer. The salsa acts did well and finished 9th overall. And PADDY is even the current Guinness World Record holder for the oldest acrobatic salsa dancer. Don't think anyone is about to steal her crown anytime soon. She hasn't hung up her dancing shoes yet. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and don't forget to check out one of the other 2 videos on your screen. Catch you next time.